Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. It's half time in the game. It's 0-0 at the King Power Stadium. Let me know your views, your comments to it. What do you think to the game so far? As ever, we want your views. We want to know what you think to the match. Well, I think it's going to be an exciting second half because I think there could be some changes. I am quite excited about Leicester's bench at the moment and seeing a plan B actually there for when we need it. Do you think that is going to happen? We want your views, your comments, as ever. During this half time, what do you think to the first half? I want your views. What do you think to Fofana? What do you think to Perez? What do you think to, well, you name it. You get your views in there. Let me know who you think. Fofana is a player, says Elliot. Imtiaz says Villa have been more threatening and we've been poor in the final third. Jono saying Fofana looks a good player. Duncan says we're not terrible, but defo a red card in the game. How many yellow cards has there been? I've lost absolute strike. James saying we need a striker and now we're paying the price. We've actually got one on the bench. Islam Slimani, James, is he going to come on and do well? Perez has been outstanding on another level, says Jordan. Do you agree to that? Casey saying that Grealish has been up to his usual tricks. Love him or hate him. I think, obviously, if you're not a Villa fan, you're going to hate him. Luke says, decent first half. Look to move the ball forward quickly. Ross is saying we look better than we did a couple of weeks ago. LCFC Grey, we still lack that final cutting edge without Vardy there. The Belgian trio are on fire, says Darren. Good. Perez, usual. Nothing, says Nigel there. We got the two sides of that coin. Somebody saying that Perez looks good. Somebody saying that Perez looks bad. Not playing too bad, says Millie. Elliot says sub-second half under Slimani and Madders. I would slightly tweet that. I'd like to see all Brighton and Slimani on. I think if Slimani is going to come on, give him all Brighton to put the balls in. We know he's the best crosser in the team. Jono's just put exactly that. Slimani to win it or Brighton cross to assist. That would be exactly what I'd be putting money on. Get Slim on for Nacho, says Adam. Perez and Pratt off. Maddison and Slimani on, says Sean. The only player worth talking about is Fofana. Jamie says Little Wes is looking very good. Lots of you saying that you think that Little Wes is looking good. Tom, I'll keep putting comments on. What do you think to the first half?
I don't think we've done bad. I think if you look at the chances Villa's had, they've been down to our own making. One from a corner where we're mucking around at short corners again. Get it in the box. I'd rather get it in the box and maybe drop to someone than these short corner routines, what we're nearly cost ourselves a goal with. And then another one, we switched off from Jack Grealish, back heel, and they got in again. But, well, that's a solid game, really. Solid performance. Just missing that little ball at the edge of the box. If I'm honest, we've created enough half chances, a little run overs and step overs by Barnes to Justin. It's just that final ball stopped me there. If I'm honest, the only weak link for me be Jose Perez. I think he's been shocking again. He hasn't created enough.
You think he's been shocking? A few fans have been saying he's doing well. I'm not Perez's biggest fan. I thought he's been all right, Tom, today.
I'm not one to sit always like Perez, and I've been watching the last few weeks because I know a lot of fans have been on it, but I just haven't seen enough for him. He's on a yellow card now as well. Only takes one silly tackle from a forward, and we've seen them off the go. So, like I say, if you're going to, I'd give it another 10, 15 minutes max, and then I would be looking at the combination you said, bringing on Albrighton and Slimani and, getting that ball into him. If I'm honest, the Belgian trio have done brilliantly again, and I think we are missing that final ball. So if you're going to change it, suddenly one at Pratt or Tillemans is coming off from Maddison. That's the only place I'd change it. I think Mendy's been solid again in that centre midfield, winning the ball back and getting the play going. And as for little Wesley, I never thought I'd hear the cry from Schmeichel. Great header, Wes. So fair play, good first half. More to come, I still think, though.
I still think the Perez debate rages on, Tom. There's definitely some players, some fans thinking that Perez is. Let me get one here. Two sides of the story. Luke saying Perez is far too weak on the ball and gets muscled off, which LCFC Grey is agreeing with him there. Alan Ball is saying take him off. Nick saying he's ineffective. So I would say probably the majority are on your side of the fence with Perez, but there's also people out there saying that Perez doing well. But let's focus on some positives. Wesley Fofana looking nice and solid for a 19-year-old Tom at the back there. Looks like we might have bought well there.
Another little gem, and hopefully we turn him into a diamond. He's been absolute class first half. Everything's simple, no mucking around. Likes to roll the ball under his feet to go sideways, so quite confident on the ball. What you look for as a centre-half, considering the style we play, is very passing. Not scared to come out with it either and look for the ball into midfield. He's doing his job well, and he looks steady at the back as a defender, with the main priority for him. So yeah, good first half. As I say, 19-year-old coming into his first Premiership game against not a bad striker in Ollie Watkins, who we've kept quiet in the first half. What was a priority, and good to see Cassagna and Pratt let him. Jack Grealish know they are there and going to be on him for the game, and him going down a little easy at times. But look, it's 0-0. I think after the West Ham performance, it's a lot better. We are moving it. I still think move the ball quicker and we can cause them problems. Look, Villa are good going forward, but for what I've seen again tonight, they are very, very weak at the back and still look like they're going to, concede goals. I'm
laughing at Anthony Beebe's choice of words there, but Jack Grealish, they have got players who can undo us if we're not careful, and Villa are a much better side than they were last year, Tom.
Oh yeah, I mean, they've strengthened. You brought in Ollie Watkins, they've brought in Ross Barkley. These, Ross Barkley especially is not a bad footballer. I know he's not had a great time at Chelsea, but before that, we saw what he could do when he was at Everton. He's doing well with Jack Grealish. They link up well. John McGinn in the middle of the park's a brawler, but he's on a yellow card now. Matt Cash is the one to target for me. He looks a weak link for the ex-Forest player. He don't look comfortable on the ball. I had to mention that, mate. He looked not comfortable on the ball, if I'm honest with you. And Harvey, if he has a bit more, joy, have a run at him, because he only needs to bring him down again, and he's scared of his pace. You've seen that because he basically rugby tackled him. Didn't know he could do that in the sport. He can have a go. Second half for me, get at him. Get at Matty Cash, because he looks like the weak link to me out of that back four at the moment.
I love this from Jack Marsden. We need Slim Brighton second half. I love that. I think that's so clever, Jack. Well done with that, mate. Because all too often when we had Slimani back in the day 2 years ago, we did seem to go through that period of Brighton might be on, and then we'd take him off and bring Slimani on. That was under Claude Puel.
I like this one, mate. You're saying that first half would have cost me £7.50. I'm glad I'm straight. Whoa, hold on. We don't agree with that bit. No, obviously nobody. But no, I mean, like I say, if you'd paid $14.95 for that first half, you'd be sitting there thinking, oops.
See, for me, Tom, the difference with this pay-per-view, without getting too much in it at half-time, is if you play for Anthony Joshua against, I don't know, Tyson Fury or whatever, there is going to be a decision at the end of that. Even if it's a poor fight, it's still the world heavyweight fight. One of them's going to win. There's going to be controversy in some way, and you're going to see some big slugging. It's worth the money. But for this, an empty stadium with Leicester Villa, not crikey, I don't know how many Leicester fans have paid for it, or Villa fans, let alone not neutrals. Surely no neutrals pay for that.
I mean, if you look at the game so far, fair play. They've had some belters. Chelsea 3, Southampton 3, Man U was it 4-1 last night. They haven't picked some bad games to show, but I can't see how many neutrals would want to pay that kind of money all weekend. Is it 4 games a weekend, I think it is? That's a lot of money to be forking out. So another £70 for the weekend just to watch 4 games of football. You think about it, you pay for after a quarter of your season ticket in some ways, in that sense. Yeah, but like I say, it's a good first half, but there's more to come. And I still think the game's out of the taking. As much as Villa is threatening, I still think we can get the win today.
Tom, we best get back to it. I'm going to go and retune the radio. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit, mate.
See you at the end. Come and join us at the end, everybody. Thanks for all your views, all your comments in, and we will see you at the end of, as soon as the final whistle goes. See you in a bit.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feedme, Piglets Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.